All right, we are back with Darcy, and we're actually going to start off with Darcy's nurse for the day. And so, why don't you introduce yourself to the folks who be watching?
My name is Angela Reese. I'm 23. I have 2 kids, and I come in here and help Miss Darcy do whatever she wants.
How long have you been helping?
Since last Monday.
Okay.
I just started. Yep, my mother used to watch for her.
Okay.
Teresa.
Okay.
Yep, that's my mom.
Okay.
So I've been coming in here and helping her and just trying to give her what she wants.
Okay.
Trying to do what she likes.
And have you helped others before, or is this your first time?
I have. I watched my fiance's best friend's grandmother for a little while, and she was very demanding, but I give her what she wanted. She's a sweetheart, and that just ended because of her daughter. She didn't have the funds to pay me anymore, but I still talk to her. She misses me. She tells me all the time.
So how long have you been doing the stay-at-home nurse type?
Actually, this not long at all.
Okay.
This is my first little stay being actually fully coming every day, should I say, or not every day, but throughout the week. And I will be eventually coming every day for her.
Okay. How many days a week do you come?
I'll come Monday and Tuesday, occasionally on Wednesday. And after my sister leaves, I'll be coming Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So I'll be here all week.
Okay. And what do you do for Darcy during your time?
I make her food, I wash her clothes, I clean the floor. Everything that Miss Darcy cannot physically do, I do for her.
Okay. And what's it like being, kind of crammed up in the house all day with somebody?
It's not bad to me. I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm crammed in the house all day, running after them all the time.
Yeah. Well, of course there's a little difference with children are alive and active, and here you're with somebody who is.
It's easier. It's easier. It's much easier. She gives me a break. She lets me sit down and rest. So it's much easier. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you ever you see what she's going through and such? Do you ever what type of other care besides just the basic needs do you try to provide for her?
Everything. If she goes to the bathroom and she needs me to wipe her, I wipe her. Or anything that she needs me to do, I do for her. Okay. Anything. Not just her basic needs. If she wants to go get her hair done, we'll go get her hair done. If she needs me to go get her prescriptions, I'll go get her prescriptions. Anything that she needs.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing with us. Anything else you want to add or?
No, not at all. Okay. I love her.
I love you.
She's a little sweetie.
Yeah, she is. She's a firecracker.
Yes, she is. She cracks me up.
Well, let me ask you this one little deep question, if you'd like to answer. What does this do for your philosophy or your theology on dying in regards to how coming to terms with your own mortality, your children's mortality, her mortality? What does working here do for that?
Not much. That's a scary thought. That's really a very scary thought. She makes me feel more at ease about it. She's has her ups and downs, but she's comfortable. When she knows she's ready to go, she'll be ready to go, and that makes me feel like she's a strong person, because I don't think I could ever just say, "Oh, well, I'm ready, Lord." I don't think I could do that. Not within, I don't know. I can't even explain the feeling. It's just scary. She makes me want to cry when she starts talking about it, and I just got to be strong so I don't cry.
It's all right. Tears are okay.
Yeah.
Right? So, well, great. Thank you for taking the time to share with us.
No problem.
We appreciate it. All right, Darcy, I'm going to turn it back to you. You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Superstars.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Are you done with your toast, baby?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I'll have it later on.
Okay, I'll put it in the microwave.
Okay.
All right. Last week we talked about several different things, but after we had stopped, we were just continuing the conversation.
Right.
And you had talked about, you shared some wonderful stories. So why don't you share, that way we get to know you better and such. Why don't you share, if you can, you said last week that you were a cover band lead singer. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, okay. Back in high school, and the crazy days of high school, I got to know a bunch of guys that had a band, and it was right at the time the Jefferson Starship was coming out. And they were looking for a lead singer and wanted a female, obviously, to keep up with the pace that was going on. So I tried out for it. I got the position, the job, and I can't forget that first night that we went out, and I had this really flashy, sequin-colored coat, jacket, kind of thing with a skirt that goes with it, and high heel boots and the whole bit. So I looked really, really cool by those days' standards. It would look kind of ridiculous in these days' standards, but nonetheless. And I remember the first time that we sang and performed, it was like culture shock. The friends that came to see me knew what I was doing. Everybody else had kept it a major secret. So here we are getting ready to go out on stage, and here I am all dressed up. And people put it together as I walked up to the gymnasium where we were holding the concert. And it was like listening to everybody going, oh wow, it's gold. And it was like, it really lifted me up to a place that I can't describe very well for anyone, because it was attaining a goal and reaching a position in life that I had only dreamed about. I had never thought about doing it. Never thought I would find anyone that would take me seriously. But they did, and I did, I think, like 5 songs that night. And the band was called Smoke. And I'm not sure it was because I was smoking then or what the deal was, but that's what we were. And we played for several routes, different concert levels, and was a lead-in warm-up band for a couple of bands that came out of New York at the time that were really slick bands. So it was really tons of fun and gave me a sense of life and being that I never thought possible. Really gave me a good for the go kind of thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
You also mentioned, you made a comment that I'd like for us to spend the rest of our time on, so the next 10 minutes or so, 7 to 10 minutes on this. You said you want to rest, or you want to die, with people understanding that it's not selfish.
Right.
And so why don't you elaborate on that?
Okay, I've had 2 different specific attitudes that have led me down 2 different lanes of going across this journey that I have. And one is being a selfish person who wants to die and wants to do so in a way that will be it'll be acceptable for everybody that deals with me. And that's hard, because you get dealt into, you're selfish because you want to die and you don't want to suffer. And you're not selfish because you want to die and you're not going to suffer. So it's a like being caught between a rock and a hard place. Selfishly, if I were to do anything in the form of self-destruction, taking my own life, and I don't like that wording, because I'm not destroying anything in this process. I'm in giving myself a great gift in this process. Dying would be very positive. It would be positive, excuse me, from the perspective that I choose the daytime, whatever, and I plan it out so that people aren't hurt. And that's a hard one to do. It's a real hard one to do because I have to shut off all of my feelings for everyone around me and do what is best for me. And that includes God. And that's what I get worried about is, am I taking a chance with, oh goodness, my nurse is here. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, she'll just have to wait a few minutes. Bring me back to where I just was.
You said. See, you said you worry. It's removing your worry about what others will think or feel, especially God. And
Right.
then you said that's what worries you
Right.
because you're taking a chance.
Yeah. I'm taking the chance in that I will risk some condemnation, as it were, for doing such a thing. And I don't know if it's true, not, or otherwise, but that's what I was taught as a Catholic, being brought up, that if I did this, I would be putting myself into hell and staying there the rest of my existence, whatever that is. So from a selfish perspective, I don't entertain the option too much because I don't want this act to be my last quote-unquote selfish act. It has to be selfless, and that's what I'm rattling with back and forth is it selfless or is it selfish? And in doing so, do I run the risk of becoming a selfish Christian? That's a hard one. And it's a hard one when you've got friends, family, and everyone saying that to you, that, you can't do this, it's selfish, you're going against God's word. And I'm going, but God gave me the capability of coming up with that creation, so it obviously must be something that he considers, or he wouldn't allow the thoughts. So that's part of what my hang-up is how do I make the decision that my conscience will allow me to go ahead if I decide that I'm going to do that. And that's, again, the selfish and the selfless comes back of being as tired as I am and needing rest. That plays back into this whole ideal of I'm going to be good and I'm going to be happy with this decision, whatever it is. So I don't know if that's what is holding me back. Part of me thinks that's what's holding me back. It's been getting worse. My health has been getting to the point where it's almost impossible to get up every day and put a smile on my face and play the game of, oh, I'm happy, I'm well balanced, I'm okay, and I don't cough as much today as I did yesterday, so maybe that's a good sign. And it's just funny what you do and how you tell yourself what your day-to-day feelings are causing and what they're causing. So it's a battle. I still think I'm going to come back to just knowing the guilt trip that was put on me as a child. And in the Catholic Church, I'll probably suffer all the way to the bitter end, whichever that may be, because I'd be afraid of the consequences, of which I don't think there are really any consequences. That's the part I'm having to struggle with is doing this me satisfying my own selfish needs versus me satisfying my selfless needs of needing to go and needing to see and touch God. That's part of it. So getting there is a constant battle. It's something that I do every day, and there are some days when I just sit there and say, I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. And it's a big trip. It's a big decision. And I wish my own selfish needs right now would be to talk with people that are like me, that are at that point where they're saying, do I or don't I? And what will happen if I do commit the ultimate act? It's going to be very difficult. Very difficult. But that's what I need to find. Selfishly, I guess that's why I'm partly so enraptured about doing this project with Joe, because he's allowing me the platform of getting out there and getting to know folks. And hopefully somebody will contact me back. And I will have made new friends based on something totally new that I've ever done, and that's talking with someone who shares that same fatalistic attitude, I guess. That's what some people have called it. And I don't call it that, but some people have. So I'm wrestling with that right now, quite a bit. Not sure where it's going to take me.
Well, what could I do since we meet?
Yeah.
What can I do to help you in that regard?
Oh, well, you're doing it just by being here. You know, having met you and having gone through a fair number of preachers in my life, you're the first one that has really shown what I feel is a unique commitment to me and my project and what I want to do. And that's very rare to find. So I'm tickled to death with just what you're doing, because you're lending a measure of credibility to me and to what I'm seeking. And that alone is phenomenal.
Let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
What can the church do for you?
They've done it. They've been there. You know, 2 times they've been out here and built ramps so I could get in and out of the house. My gosh, if without the church, there wouldn't be you. There wouldn't be the basis on which I work. So the church is really like the backup chorus, and you're the lead singer here. You know, that's the way I see it. But yeah, just I would love people to come and visit. You know, there's just a lot of things that I could do that I don't do because of my restrictions. So people coming here and visiting and not laying guilt trips on me, that's so unique and beautiful in itself that I'm not sure they need to do a single thing other than hold me in their hearts.
Excellent. We'll leave it at that. And you've offered us so much to chew on this week. So Thursday, we're gonna explore a couple of things that you said
Okay.
a little bit more. We're gonna
All
talk
right.
about your feelings towards God and towards death, and then also the end of life choices.
Right.
We'll talk about those and
Right.
the conflict it raises within you being brought up Catholic to believe that taking one's life sends you to hell or into purgatory or
Yeah.
whatnot. So we're gonna explore those.
Okay.
Okay. Does it sound like a
Sounds wonderful.
sounds like a ride, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything you want to say to the folks before we sign off?
Hi, folks. Gosh, I need you. I want you. I love you all so much for supporting Joe. And in that support, you support me. So what else can I say? I've been given a heaven here on earth.